Yeah, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? Is this the end for Keith Thurman? Have we seen the last of Keith one-time Thurman? You know, once you start seeing a fighter have injuries continuously, they start to take longer layoffs in between fights. The inactivity just continues to build up. And, you know, like I said, that breeds injuries. That breeds, you know, rust. And just a level of unpreparedness, if that's even a word, because they're not fighting, because they're not staying active, because they're not always in the gym, because they may or may not, you know, be taking care of their body. And then, of course, you got to factor in age. Keith Thurman is 35 years old now, going on 30. I believe he might already be 36, going on 37. I know he's older in his career, man. You know, Keith Thurman has accomplished a lot of good things in his career, man. He was a unified champion. He beat undefeated Danny Garcia in a unification. You know, he was able to go to war with Sean Porter in his prime. You know, Keith Thurman has some fantastic highlight reel knockouts over the course of his career. Fought Manny Pacquiao. Even, you know, came back after some time and took on Mario Barrios. Was about to take on a young prime undefeated Tim Tszyu, but it's been halted. Keith Thurman has officially been declared out of the Tim Tszyu fight. He is now being replaced by Sebastian Fundora. That's not a bad fight at all, but Sebastian Fundora is coming off of a knockout loss, a brutal knockout against Brian Mendoza, the guy that Tim Tszyu just stopped. I guess you could say Fundora, young, an anomaly with the height at 154, got power, very active, not an easy fighter to beat, and he's coming off a loss. You would say that you know, that could breed a tough challenge for Tim Tszyu, with Fundora having something to prove. You know, stylistically, they match up well because Tim Tszyu likes to come forward and fight and throw big shots, and Fundora likes to do the same. So, nevertheless, you're going to get an action-packed fight, and then the rest of the card going to be decent, too. You got Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Rolly Romero. You got Erislandy Lara versus Michael Zavara. You know, it's going to be a nice card. It's going to be a nice card. Kyron Davis versus Garcia. It's going to be a nice card. And Keith Thurman has been declared out. So I'm asking y'all, man, like, number one, I'm going to keep it 100. Given the fact that he's been experiencing all of the things that I just mentioned, I didn't have Keith Thurman winning this fight versus Tim Tszyu. I thought Tim Tszyu was just, you know, being younger, being fresher, being more active, being more hungry, being more determined to prove that he's the best. He at that point right now where Keith Thurman was before he got his first title shot. You dig what I'm saying? Before he fought Sean Porter, before he fought Luis Collazo, before he fought Danny Garcia. That's where Tim Tszyu is right now mentally. So I didn't think that Keith Thurman was going to beat Tim Tszyu. Yeah, on paper, he's accomplished more. On paper, he might be more skilled. He's more experienced, but that inactivity, man, the age, you know, being out the ring, it just don't bode well for you when you go in there versus somebody who hot and ready to go. You dig what I'm saying? Who's been active and who feel like they got something to prove. So either way, man, I thought this could have been the end for Keith Thurman. But the fact that he couldn't even make it to the fight let me know that it might be over for Keith Thurman, man. Hopefully I'm wrong, though, because I do believe Keith Thurman is good for the sport. I think Keith Thurman is somebody that you need in the sport at some capacity, whether he's fighting in the ring or he doing commentary outside the ring or he promoting somebody. Keith Thurman is just good for the sport, so it's definitely a benefit to have him around. But, man, I think Keith might have to go ahead and hang it up, bro. It might be that time. it might be that time, bruh. It might be that time because this injury that he's dealing with right now, I believe it's something to do with, I don't know if it's shoulder. I believe it's shoulder. Some elbow, shoulder, is one of those, right? So we don't know how long this is going to sideline him. He might not even come back the rest of the year. Because number one, he got to battle the injury. That's number one. Number two, you got to battle the lack of dates from the PBC. Who knows when Keith going to get another opportunity? You know? So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Is Keith Thurman done? Have we seen the end of Keith Thurman? Have we seen the end of Keith Thurman? I'm interested to hear y'all thoughts, man. I know I got, it's some Keith Thurman fans out there, some hardcore Keith Thurman fans out there. I want to know what y'all thinking, man. Is this the end for your boy, man? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Contender regime, boxing, I'll holler at y'all boys, man.